It's time for the Rhodell Lewis Show, brought to you by Donald Trimble Mortuary.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the One-on-One with Rhodell. I'm so excited to have you with us today. We have a great special guest with us today on our show, Chedonna Holston. She's the CEO of Donald Trimble Mortuary. I know already. You're like, are you serious, Rhodell? Yes. We must start preparing for afterlife. And so we welcome Chedonna to the show.
Oh.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Now listen, I know a lot of people are like, Rhodell, can we talk about that later? But death is important, isn't it?
It is. We always say if you plan for a vacation, you have to also plan for your death.
Wow.
Because we're not going to be here always.
So how important is it then for us to plan for the life after, or our loved ones that we lose along the way? How important is that? It's
very important, because if you don't plan or have something, in order for that, then you're going to leave your family in hardship. So when something happens, they have to try to get up money or try to figure out a way they're going to bury or what they're going to do.
Yeah.
And if you don't have it, then you got to go with whatever is available for you.
So in that planning process, is there a time frame that we should start from start to finish to prepare and have it ready for that time to come?
Yeah, you actually can start right now. I mean, you can go ahead and do your pre-arrangements, which is where you start paying on your services in advance. And so you have that already taken care of. Wow. Instead of just waiting until the time comes, and then if you don't have it, then you have to try to figure out how you're going to pay for the services.
Now, you say prepare now, but we're fine. I mean, the family's fine, everybody's doing good, everybody's healthy. Just go ahead and prepare regardless.
Right, because you can go out, you can leave here and go out and have a car accident. Yeah. So that's unexpected. So if you don't have anything in order, then you have to pay for a service in advance. Yeah. So it's best to already have that in order, whether you're sick. You don't have to wait until you're sick or until you're old. You can actually prepare now.
That's why I wanted to talk to you, because, yes, things do happen unexpectedly.
Right.
Especially death.
Right.
When it comes to losing our loved ones. I've lost my mother, my father, totally unexpected. Knew it was coming, but didn't necessarily knew when the time would actually happen.
Right.
So with our viewers, it is key then to go ahead and prepare now. Is that what you're saying?
It is, and actually what it does, it's a benefit for you because it actually locks in the cost. So whatever the cost is the day that you're preparing for, then if you pass 20 years from now, it's still the same cost.
Now, in preparing, is there a process? Do we come to your office? Do we plan on our own? Do we talk it over with our family? What's the procedure basically?
Well, pretty much all of that, because most people like to talk it over with their family, tell them what they're doing. You can either come into the office or we can come to you. And you choose your services, caskets, whatever services you want, and then you start paying on whatever that amount is, you start paying on that amount.
Is there when you talked about amount, is there big amounts that we can start with, or because in that unexpected situation, a lot of times we'll hit with a lot.
Right.
When it's unexpected. So I guess in that planning process, that kind of take a lot of the pressure off the family as well when it comes to that final day then. Right,
because what you do at that time, so you have a lot of time to think, well, do I want this, do I want all of that, or what I don't want. But if you wait until the time comes, a lot of times you're under stress, and so you're just like, we'll go ahead and take that. But it may not be really what you want, because after it's over, then you think about maybe how much you spent or what you didn't spend. But if you're you kind of in a good frame of mind at that time, you can choose what you want.
Do you find that, and I'm sure you do you find a lot of times families be in discord during this time period when it comes to not only the planning, but even the service itself? Do you find a lot of families, how do you make that cohesive and come together as a director of a funeral home?
Well, normally what we do, of course, we have to listen to that person that's in charge.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you have other people that are fighting against that. So we try to have them really to get together and talk amongst themselves, because we can't really get in the middle of it, because we can't seem like we're taking sides. But we try to go, try to get a meeting, a happy meeting for the whole family. Okay, well, we can do this. We give them choices, and so they can make that decision.
Yeah. We're talking with today our special guest, Chedonna Holston, everybody. She's the CEO of Donald Trimble. She's also the niece, which is, so how long now have you been CEO of the company?
Since 2000. My uncle passed in 2000. We actually been there at the location since October of 1983, and he passed in 2000. So after that, and we got everything in order, then I was selected CEO.
Why is it then, going back to the preparation thing, why is it that we shun, I guess I should say, away from actually preparing? Because we don't want to do that. We feel that that's really, we don't want to talk about it now. We don't want to discuss it. Why is it that we do that?
We don't want to think about death. You're right. We don't want to think about death. We want to think about living. So that's the last thing that people want to think about. You know, if I die, you know, what's going to happen, what I'm going to do. So we just kind of put that on the back burner, and we try to live and do other things, you know, cable, cars, houses. So we do all of that first. So we want to think about that one day we're actually going to die. So we try to put that in the back until we absolutely need it. So that's why people wait until the last minute instead of preparing for that in advance and have that already in order, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Silky Smooth Complete, the answer to unwanted skin conditions, and it really works. I've been using it for over 20 years. Silky Smooth Complete. For more information, log on to RhodellLewis.com, or you can always email me at heyrodell@gmail.com.
When you've been hurt in an accident, it helps to have experienced and knowledgeable attorneys to help you in your time of need. For over 30 years, our office has been helping victims in auto and truck accidents or with work-related injuries. We resolve thousands of cases both in and out of court. So if you've been hurt and it wasn't your fault,
talk to Walt.
Talk to Walt.
Habla con Walt.
Talk to Walt.
It's Me Time Smooth Tasting Lemonade. For more Me Time Smooth Tasting Lemonade, contact Rodney Richardson at 678-699-6919. That's 678-699-6919. The Rhodell Lewis Show is also brought to you by Trimiva Commercial Cleaning. Contact Kamika Wright at 404-368-8732. That's 404-368-8732.
You're watching the Rhodell Lewis Show, brought to you by Donald Trimble Mortuary.
So now that preparing process, it could be, like you said earlier, a whole lot more, less stressful.
Right.
It could be to where the payments could be. So now in coming into your office for a prepay, how do you do that?
Now you can set it up several ways. You can pay for it in 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, or 10 years. We can put you on a plan, and you can pay for it in that length of time. Or some people, what they do, if they come in and they're able to pay for it, they'll pay for the entire service. And then that money pretty much sits there, and it accumulates interest. So some people do it that way, and then some people would rather just pay for it in a certain amount of years, but you can do that.
Now, we're going back to the families, and I'm sure you've seen all sorts of things. What are some of the things in a family you should say, or you would say, don't do, opposed to this is what I suggest you do when it comes to preparing, just in any scenario?
Well, what I normally try to suggest to families, of course, talk to each other, kind of get an understanding of what that person may want. So even when you come in and just say you come in and pre-plan, then you can you pretty much know what you want, and then you can let other people know instead of everybody just coming in blindly and this person saying, well, she wanted this or he wanted that, and in actuality they really didn't. It's something that you probably wanted yourself. So if you kind of know what that person, not that you want to talk about death all the time, but if you get an understanding of things that they like or what they want to do, then it's easier than just to come in and everybody has their own opinion.
Do you find then that certain generations prepare more than others?
Well, you have older generations tend to prepare more because they'll go out and get their cemetery property in advance. Because I'm sure you heard of people getting their property at the cemetery.
Right.
So most people would do that, but they won't do the services because a lot of people don't know that they actually can get their services too, just like do at the cemetery.
Yeah.
So I see a lot of older people already having property. You don't catch a whole lot of younger people that already have cemetery property. So you will find more older people that would do it first.
But I see statistic-wise, we lose a lot of young people.
We do. We do.
And so then whose decision is it then? Should it be the parent to go ahead and say, you know what, you need to go ahead, we need to prepare for you because we never know? I mean,
depending on the age. Now, if they're adult children, then, and you know that that's something that they need to do, it's best to kind of talk to them because a younger generation really won't.
They won't talk about it.
They don't want to talk about it, right? So if the parents would kind of talk to them and say, okay, you need to do, what do you have? Do you have insurance? Have you prepared? What do you like? You know, they can kind of let them know. So that's what I think that helps when a parent tells them.
Yeah.
And, you know, kind of keep them focused on really what they need to do.
So make sure you pre-plan. If there's insurance involved, learn the policies and all the procedures of the insurance policy. Because a lot of times we get confused even on the insurance policy.
Right, you do. And then you can always call, if you have an insurance policy, you can always call that company or the agent, and they can explain those things to you. And make sure you also keep it up. Okay. Continue to pay on it.
That's key.
and let somebody know where it is.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people, what happens at the time of death, they don't tell anybody anything. So you have the family searching, trying to find paperwork, trying to find insurances, wills, and all of that. But if you keep those things in a specific place, not that where people can get to it, even if it's in a safe deposit box, even if it's somewhere that somebody can get to it, so that at that time they're able to look at the insurances, look at the wills.
Chedonna Holston, everybody. She's the CEO of Donald Trimble Mortuary. I brought her on because I want to educate you in a lot of different ways, and that's why we call it One-on-One with Rhodell, because we really want you to understand that it's not always about the hoopla, but the aspect of educating you as a viewer and to inspire you at the same time and to also encourage you, to let you know that it's okay to go ahead and pre-plan the planning of the loss of your loved one or whatever. Chedonna, thank you so much for coming on and sharing with us. We're definitely going to try to have you act periodically to give us updates as to some of the things we need to do to stay prepared and also stay ready and to keep our policies, as you said, current.
Right. Okay.
There you have it on One-on-One with Rhodell and Chedonna Holston today. Thank you for watching. Silky Smooth Complete, the answer to unwanted skin conditions, and it really works. I've been using it for over 20 years. Silky Smooth Complete. For more information, log on to RhodellLewis.com, or you can always email me at heyrodell@gmail.com.
When you've been hurt in an accident, it helps to have experienced and knowledgeable attorneys to help you in your time of need. For over 30 years, our office has been helping victims in auto and truck accidents or with work-related injuries. We resolve thousands of cases both in and out of court. So if you've been hurt and it wasn't your fault,
Talk to Walt.
Talk to Walt.
habla con Walt.
Talk to Walt.
It's Me Time Smooth Tasting Lemonade. For more Me Time Smooth Tasting Lemonade, contact Rodney Richardson at 678-699-6919. That's 678-699-6919. The Rhodell Lewis Show is also brought to you by Trimeva Commercial Cleaning. Contact Kamika Wright at 404-368-8732. That's 404-368-8732.
You're watching The Rhodell Lewis Show, brought to you by Donald Trimble Mortuary.
It's Rhodell in the ATL. Rhodell in the ATL.
It's Rhodell in the ATL. We're exclusively backstage at the James Fortune live CD release. Live through it. You're tuned in. Keep it locked. James Fortune, the brand new CD, Live Through It.
Yeah.
Man, congratulations, first of all.
Thank you so much, man. We're really excited about it. First live recording and first double CD.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
From I Trust You to Live Through It.
Yeah.
How we getting that, James?
Man, just a blessing. God's grace and favor. You know, I was just sharing with the group in the back, like, you know, sometimes you can have success you start taking it for granted because it becomes familiar to you. But I never allow myself to get caught up, and I always reflect back on how where it started from, with just a demo tape, just singing around Houston, Texas with my group, and how God has now just blessed us.
Wow. And you know what's interesting about the blessings that God has blessed you with? Now you got your own radio show.
Yeah.
What's next for you, man?
Man, who knows? I didn't see that coming, so I'm like, I can't even predict what God gonna do no more. I just continue to serve Him, and I'm like, look, however you want to use me. I definitely didn't see that one coming, but it was something that I had filled in, and things with Yolanda, so I love doing it, and it's been a blessing. It's been great.
You now are an exalter. So do people call you an exalter then? Or because you have your writing skills have it to where you illustrate as you perform.
Yeah.
Is that some type of exaltation type of?
Yeah, it's exhortation.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
And how did that come about? Because really, Kirk Franklin kind of started that a little bit in the talking thing, but you really ministered.
Yeah. James Cleveland and Michael McKay out of Houston, and Kirk kind of got it from them, and Kirk was one of my favorites, man, and I've always been a big Kirk Franklin fan, so even to have him be a part of this new CD to me to introduce us was just a tremendous blessing.
Well, just invite our viewers, man, to make sure they get the CD.
Yeah, I want to invite everyone to go out and get the brand new double CD from James Fortune Fire. Live through it. 20 tracks. Tasha Cobbs is on there. Israel Holton, Isaac Carree, Zacardi Cortez, Alexis Spite, so much more. I promise you, it's gonna bless you.
James Fortune.
My man Rhodell.
Mr. 101, Zacardi Cortez.
Yes, sir.
What's up, man?
What's going on, man? You the man, Doc. I'm trying to be like you.
you one-on-one it like nobody else's business, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate it, man. God is awesome.
Got a song right now that's just blowing up the charts. It's steady climbing the charts. Carree Douglas called you the baddest singer in the world.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
God be the glory, man. I'm humbled by that.
So what's next for you, man?
Man, God is doing some amazing things, man. I'm working on the album with my family this year, and also my next album will be coming out next month in March. So, yeah, man, we just trying to do it big, man. We living through it with James. I was blessed to be on a couple records this year with my brother Ty Trivet, Isaac Carree, and James Fortune, and plus my own record. So God is just moving with me, man, and I'm going to just keep bringing some good music, man.
What relationship is it with you and Pastor John P. Key?
That's my pops all day long. Yeah. I've been knowing him since I was 5, being raised by a single mother. Pastor Key took me in, he whooped my butt, he put me in line, put me in order. And, that's my daddy, man. Yes, sir.
Well, listen, tell our viewers, once again, the name of your CD and when to expect it, or is it out yet?
It's coming out in March. It's called Reloaded. 101 is the leading single, and it's the #1 song right now in the country. So, man, we just pushing that song, and y'all make sure y'all hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, all that, Instagram. And, yeah, March, Reloaded, man.
Zacardi Cortez. Remember that name.
Y'all know who this is. Y'all don't know who this is. This Rhodell and ATL, man.
My man. And I'm telling you, man, we go way back.
Sir.
Isaac Carree in the building.
Yes, sir. What's up, huh?
Clean this house. I can't sing it, but okay.
Man, I'm happy to be here, man.
You've been cleaning the house for a minute, man.
Man, praise God, man. Just humble, glad to be here. But tonight it's all about James Fortune.
Yeah. Say, listen, tell us about that relationship, though.
Oh, man, it's one of my best friends, man. Like a real friend, not an industry friend, not a dude that just works on my record. I work on his record, but we're friends. Our families take vacations together, and I stay at his house. When I go to Houston, he stays at my house when he comes to Atlanta. And we're family, man. So I'm so excited about him, man. His album, #1 on iTunes in Canada and in the United States already. And Lord willing to be #1 on Billboard next week.
Now, speaking of relationships, what is it like, though? Seriously, because a lot of times you don't hear much of that, where artists really get along.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of industry friends, but I have a few. Ty Tripp is one of my closest friends. James Fortune, of course. Canton Jones, John Gray.
Yeah.
I have a few more. Lowell, of course, he's my brother, so I don't even count him. But it's just good to have that camaraderie and that chemistry with your brothers who you can confide in, you can vent to, you can talk to, you can help one another through your struggles and through your shortcomings. So it's a good thing, man.
Share something with our audience, man.
Man, I just thank God just for being relevant, man. As you stated earlier, I've been out here for a long time, 25 years for me, and to still be here 25 years later doing music, God still elevating my career, and allowing me to write music and do music that people still love. I'm just grateful, man. I'm humble. I never take it for granted. God wants me, but he doesn't need me. There's always somebody else that he can use, so I don't take this platform lightly, and I thank God for people like you who are always the same, who always support, who always show love, and I just praise God for your viewing audience and your listeners, man, who buy the music, who request the music. Man, that stuff means a lot to me. You know, it's because of people like that allow me to have the lifestyle I have and be able to take care of my family and my responsibilities. And in return, I hope my music is blessing people and changing people's lives. So I'm humble.
Much success, man.
Thank you,
My man, is it Carree?
Yes, sir.
My man, Ken Jones in the house, everybody.
Yes, sir.
What's up, man?
Man, I'm good, man. Good to see you, baby.
You're looking good, Doc.
Man,
Look, youth pastor.
Yeah.
Over at what church now?
New Hope Baptist Church, man. Yes, sir.
God is blessing, man.
And God is really doing some great things, man. I oversee about, I would say, 150 youth. Pastor Reese is our pastor. He's from England. He's from Wales, actually.
Okay.
And so I love the international feel of our church.
Yeah.
And God is really taking me to another place, man. So I'm happy.
I was gonna say, so that kind of opened doors for you international.
Yes. So we're going. We got a couple international trips scheduled this year, actually. And man, God is just opening doors, man. And my wife, and she's singing more, so they're getting the opportunity to see her. She's doing her, jazz, neo-soul thing. You know, I'm always a man of the family, so since the last time I seen you, man, we got another baby. Another baby,
He is
man.
multiplying.
God is good.
Listen, the latest CD, tell everybody.
Well, it's a mixtape, actually just dropped last week, man. We did it's a free CD called Lust, Drugs, and Gospel. Yeah, and it's something that for those pretty much who are struggling with lust and drugs, we offer the gospel. And so it's powerful songs on there. You will love it. Kids are gonna really love it. The streets love it. We did over 10,000 downloads the first week, and so we're just pushing from there, man. And our goal is to get it to every kid that may not want to come to church. We're gonna take the church to them. So go Google it right now, and we're getting ready for God City, USA, which is my next project.
I'ma stay. Yeah. I'ma stay safe.
Rhodell Lewis in the building.
Pastor William Murphy III is in the building, of course, helping celebrate the release of James Fortune's brand new CD. But then you got a brand new one too, man. I mean, from Praise Is What I Do to It's Working.
It's working. He's leaning in my direction, man. Man.
Well, yeah, that song there doing something like that.
Man, I'm excited about it. Of course, you know, it's my first record on Verity, which is now RCA Inspiration. And the first single, of course, was You Rain. And we kind of, haggled about it a little bit. And I kept saying, it's working. And we finally got to the second single, and God has just breathed on it. And people all across the globe are gravitating to this song. I mean, I'm getting videos from South Africa, from Australia. Just people are grabbing a hold of the prophetic message that this is our season for grace and favor. We talk about favor means that the superior one intentionally leans in the direction of the inferior one. That God is leaning. You're too stiff, man. You got the lean. Yeah.
Look, the Dream Church. Tell us quickly about the Dream Church.
Man, it's the Dream Center Church of Atlanta. It's blowing up. Yeah. As a matter of fact, we're getting ready to start a new 12 noon service at Banneker High School in the South. We're meeting in North Atlanta and South Atlanta. So this week we're coming up to. We were at 2 services. We're adding 3 now. People are standing around the walls. We need a new place. I don't know that I have the grace to preach like 12 times a Sunday like my pastor, Bishop Morton, used to do. Right. I just need one big place where we can all get in the room and worship together. But it's an exciting time at the Dream Center, and people are coming from all over the city. God's given us another way to express our worship, and I don't always look like this on Sunday, and man, it's like a wind of fresh air, and people who are guys who think my first name is Bishop. Those are the guys who are coming now, man. Guys are coming off the streets and off the corners, man, just to experience God in a fresh way, and we're excited to be a part of it, man.
Well, man, listen, we need you in the body of Christ.
Man, I need you. We need each other.
Yeah, because what you're doing is impacting a lot of lives.
Well, praise God.
So much success, and we keep leaning.
Thank you, man.
In the right direction. That's Dewey Smith, doctor.
How you doing, sir?
Good to see you, man.
It's good to see you. Good to be seen. Better be seen and not viewed.
This is truly a preaching man here that are doing some great things. Tell us about the Wednesday and the Word that series you do.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. We started our Wednesday in the Word series back in 2006. In lieu of having revivals, our church was accustomed to having revivals for 5 nights. And what I discovered with Rhodell is, Monday through Friday, the people came one night. They may have come on Friday night. So I said to myself, since they're only coming once a week, let's just do it on the night when they're supposed to be there.
Okay.
And so rather than have it in 1 week, we decided just to do 1 month and do it on each Wednesday, since most saints are supposed to be in church on Wednesday nights. And we decided to combine worship and word. And so we bring a powerful artist to minister our hearts through song, and a powerful preacher to preach. And so that combination of word and worship has been very powerful for us since 2006. So we're excited about it.
You're being recognized all over the country now, from Macon now into the ATL. Man, I tell you, God is tremendously blessing you, man. So what is the vision for the house of hope?
Well, the vision is just to hear from God. Our church is a multi-generational church, so we're one church that ministers to 5 generations. I believe that God has called us to be fishers of men, and all fish don't eat the same bait. So we believe in using different genres of music. We believe in ministry from the crib to the cemetery, making a difference in the community, and a relevant word, biblical preaching, welcoming environment, and trying to do 5-star ministry, and most important, keeping it Christ-centered. Sometimes ministries become more about us than Him, and so I believe that we make Him the focus, that He'll do the drawing.
So what do you say then to our viewers that would keep us on point, so to speak, as to when it comes to hearing the word, but then being doers of the word as well?
Well, I think we must understand that the blessings of our lives come through obedience. Obedience is better than sacrifice. And a lot of times we can speak the word, but until I incorporate the word in my life, there'll be no power, no efficacy. And so that's power when we stand on the word and offer our lives. We look to secular humanism or other ideologies, but never get where we need to be, because the power is on the word of God. I believe that before heaven and earth will pass away, His word is going to stand. And so it's sure, it's secure, it's permanent. And so your victory is right there. God speaks to our heart through the word.
This is a powerful man of God, and just share a closing inspirational word to our viewers.
I want to say those of you who are watching that whatever God has called you to do in your life, you be faithful, be diligent. Just because the vision is delayed does not mean it's denied. If God has given you an assignment, He'll complete it, He'll bring it to pass. And my personal motto is this: if you be good to God, God will be good to you. And if you'll stay small enough, long enough, God will make you big enough soon enough.
Pastor Dewey Smith.
Thanks for watching The Rhodell Lewis Show.
For more information about the show or any guests, make sure you log on to RhodellLewis.com. And you can always call me at 404-820-4371.